What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, it's been a hot minute since we talked about Jeffree Star, and within today's video, we are going to be talking about him because his makeup is now being sold in Nordstrom's rack, as well he is now owning a yak farm. Oh my god, wait, that kind of rhymed. Anyways, y'all, before we jump into today's video, just in case you guys have not seen, I actually started a second channel, and my first video is posted on there. I am so excited about the second channel because on that channel, I'm going to be doing like a whole bunch of random things like food reviews, maybe like Fashion Nova try-on stuff, because I just feel like there's not a lot of like fat guys out there trying on clothes, and I really want to do stuff like that. But low-key though, I'm a little bit embarrassed because y'all, my longhas are like huge, and like my boobs, like, oh my god, look at them, they just jiggle. But you know what though, I need to do it because I just feel like scrolling through the internet, I really don't feel like I see too many big guys like trying on clothes, you know what I mean? And look, y'all, I am not a fashionable person at all, but I can still try on some clothes, you know what I'm saying? Even though low-key 9 times out of 10 I look bummy. Y'all know I always rep the like Walmart clothes, the like Fruit of the Loom t-shirts. 9 times out of 10 that's what I'm wearing on my channel. But you know what though, I've recently bought a whole lot of clothes from Fashion Nova because they had like a 50% off sale, a 60% off sale, and I was like trying on some of these things, and I was like, okay, some of the big guys need to know about this out there because their sizing is so whack. So I was like, maybe I'll do a try on haul. You know what, maybe I'll do that for next week's video. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna start rambling. But on that second channel, it's just a whole bunch of random stuff that wouldn't really fit on my main channel, because here on my main channel, obviously, as you guys know, it's just like makeup tutorials, reviews, as well as gossip, as well as chisme, you know what I'm saying? So on that channel, I'm literally just gonna do like everything, as well as like really personal videos. That's what my first one was about as well too, just me opening up about my life, which is something that I haven't done in such a long time. Which, by the way, I'm so sorry for like rambling, y'all, but like August I was gone like the whole month. Literally, I just pretty much took a vacation that whole month. But I actually got an AC in my garage. I'm just waiting on one piece to be delivered so I can like hook it up to the vent that like goes up to the ceiling or whatever. But y'all, as soon as that happens, I'm going to be filming a Get Ready With Me and talking about seeing my ex slash boyfriend slash fiance slash soon to be husband. I'll just like, I don't, y'all, we are in obviously such a complicated situation, but I'm gonna make a video about seeing him for the first time within 1.5 years, and tell you guys about my experience in Barcelona. I'm just waiting for my AC because it has been so hot. It is literally 83 degrees right now, and I could not put on makeup. Like, I literally have to have the fan on, put my makeup on in my room, you know what I'm saying? So sorry y'all for rambling. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Jeffree Star. I'm just so excited about my second channel. I wanted to tell you guys about that. Make sure you guys go and subscribe. It's down in the description box. I would really appreciate that. Let me shut up, okay? If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you'll get notified when I upload a new video. Make sure I'll give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, and let's go and get into it. All right, y'all, before we talk about Jeffree Star Cosmetics being sold at Nordstrom's rack, let's go ahead and talk about the Star Yak Ranch. This one to me, y'all, here I am scrolling through Twitter and I saw this. I believe Kat Timbarge was the original person who posted about this. I could totally be wrong, but she is the one that I saw it from, so I want to give credit to her. This thing to me, like, blew my mind. I was like, how does Jeffree Star, okay, like Mr. Glamorous, we're talking about Gucci, Louis, like Rolls Royce, this, go to owning a yak ranch in Wyoming in like the middle of nowhere, to like filing like trade services, copyrights about it. To me, it was just so bizarre. I'm like, I could never imagine Jeffree Star doing that. And he actually said within one of his Snapchats that he actually always dreamed of owning a ranch, which to me, I just find so strange. And a lot of other people on Twitter found it strange as well too, especially because underneath one of his goods and services for his copyright, butchering is on there, which is like, wait, hold up. Like, it's like, what are you doing with these yaks? You know, because obviously he's like posting pictures and stories. He named the yaks, and then obviously everyone sees this goods and service. So if you guys are not familiar, when you do file a copyright claim, you do have to actually specify what type of category you're going to be filing that copyright under. He actually went on a Snapchat rant, which I will actually play so that way you guys can, you know, listen for context, because a lot of people were assuming, of course, the worst things as soon as they saw this. And honestly, me too, because I'm like, what is he doing with a yak ranch? And I've been to Wyoming before, and I feel like a lot of people out there who own cattle and stuff like that, it's because they're obviously, you know, using it for dairy or meat, you know. So people were like, wait, what is he using the yaks for? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so this is what it says underneath the description of mark. I'm going to go ahead and read this so that way you guys have it for context. So it says the mark consists of a circle with a star superimposed over the circle and a yak head in the middle. The circle and star are embellished with decorative lines. The word star yak in all capital letters with parallel lines framing the words above the yak have the head and covering the tips of the yak horns. The word ranch is in all capital letters with parallel lines framing the words below the yak head. So just in case you guys want a little education about this, okay, because I did go through a process like this for my brand that is like just never going to come out because I was like 4 years ago and I'm broke, so it's just never going to happen. But you do have to select a whole bunch of different categories, and this is where people were like, wait, what's going on? Because I'm just going to go ahead and read of some of these goods and services. You want to cover your end, let's say, because you don't want other people to use your likeliness and kind of like take your logo. So you want to cover every single category that you possibly can. Because say, for example, if you go underneath the cosmetic realm, but you don't go under the hair care realm, then somebody could technically steal your name and they use it for hair care. You know what I mean? Because you didn't cover that underneath your goods and services. So these are just some of his right here underneath the Star Yak Ranch. So goods and services, it says natural fiber and natural fiber from yaks, clothing, pet food, edible pet treats, alive animals, namely yaks. So butcher shops, butchering, breeding, and stud services for yaks. So obviously, as soon as everybody saw this, they were like, what is he doing on that yak ranch, and what is he doing to those yaks? But we really don't know. He does say that he is actually filming a video for his YouTube channel, basically saying what he's doing with them, but it's just so weird to me, y'all. Like, I just still can't even picture it, because I just look at Jeffree Star and I'm just like, okay, he's just like so glamorous and he's all about that like Hollywood lifestyle, and then he just moves to Wyoming and then like all of a sudden is owning yaks, like a whole bunch of yaks, you know what I'm saying? And then he came out with, oh, before we even play his Snapchat, actually, let's talk about this, because it was such a trip to me that he came out with this, the Star Ranch mini palette. Y'all, I don't know if I talked about this on a live video or on my channel, I don't really remember, but I'm like, this palette, I'm so sorry. You guys know I obviously no longer purchase from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. However, I do like some of his stuff. Like, I'll do my thoughts and opinions and be like, ooh, that palette's really pretty, or this product seemed interesting, or ooh, the packaging of that's really pretty. Like, I'm not the type of person to just sit here and hate on somebody just because I choose to not purchase from them. But this palette, to me, I'm so sorry, but I feel like it is so tacky. I just do not like it. I don't like the packaging. I don't like the color scheme. To me, it's just But the weird thing about it is that he actually came out with this specific mini palette inside of his mystery boxes, and now he's actually selling it this coming Friday, which is weird because if you guys have followed Jeffree Star for a period of time, he always claims to not sell what's in the mystery boxes. He also had posted on his like Snapchat stories or Instagram stories, I don't really remember which one, but that he did an event in Wyoming and he was giving out like a musical event, and he was giving out all the palettes inside there. So this really has me questioning, okay, look, I know I'm speculating here and I know that's bad to do, but this really has me wondering, like, is his brand doing bad? Because while of a sudden he came out with these mystery boxes, and then now he's giving these away, selling them now individually. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how business is doing. But on top of that, though, y'all, let's have a little makeup talk right here. How do you guys feel about this? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so blah. I totally understand the color story. If you guys look at Wyoming and the hills, you got the greens right there, the blues, and obviously the earth tones. I totally get it. I don't know. I feel like out of all of his palettes, this by far is kind of like the tackiest. I just really don't like it at all. But that's actually going to be for sale this Friday, which kind of has me tripped out. I don't know. I just kind of feel like everything that he has come out with before inside of his mystery boxes stays to the mystery boxes. But then I wonder how those sold, you know. Anyways, y'all, before we go ahead and talk about Jeffree Star Cosmetics being sold at Nordstrom's rack for a heavily discounted price, go ahead and check out this Snapchat story of him talking about Star Yak Ranch.
Let's address the Star Yak Ranch. Shall we? Okay, so I went on Twitter and there's a lot of people making up some dumb shit, which I've dealt with a lot, but let me straighten out the lies and misconceptions, Miss Girl. So until I put out a video about my ranch, which we've been filming so much stuff the last month, from the very first yak getting there till right now. There's been so many cool things happening at the ranch, and construction and new animals and so much fun, which we're gonna dive into very, very soon finally. But I recently trademarked Star Yak Ranch in every single category that you could do for raising animals, just because you want to always protect yourself in business. So let's say I trademark it for yarn, cheese, breeding, butchering, etc. It doesn't mean I'm doing any of those things. It just means I don't want anyone to be able to take my trademark in those categories, which people have done before. So I'm just protecting myself. So I guess a few stragglers are trying to spin up a fake story that I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Y'all, relax. When I'm laying on a yak and I name them, nothing is happening to them except brushing them, loving them, and feeding them. Anything else that y'all make it up in your head, it's not real. So you silly hoes making up rumors, please take this soundbite and correct yourself. But yaks are such majestic creatures. There's been so many questions about what am I doing with them? What are they for? Are they for pets? Am I killing them? You guys, you will see in the video, and they're majestic creatures. They've really helped ground me. Having a ranch has been so fulfilling. It's actually something I've dreamed about since I was little. I know that sounds crazy coming from my glamorous, crazy ass, but I've always wanted a lot of land, and to be able to build and do my own thing and be in the middle of nowhere, and it's all happening, and it's so cool.
So as you guys can see from right there, we're just gonna have to wait to see his YouTube video about this, explaining what he's doing with the yak ranch. I'm super intrigued by this, y'all. Honestly, like, I'm just so baffled. Like, I'm over here like, what is he doing on a yak ranch? Like, it is so weird to me, but hey, you know, to each their own. I don't know, but I'm gonna be watching that video whenever it comes out because I really am curious. Let's go ahead and move on to Jeffree Star Cosmetics being sold at Nordstrom's rack. This one to me has me so tripped out because these prices are so heavily discounted, but I do want to point out that it specifically says Morphe. So this is the thing to me that is really strange, is that I feel like Morphe has just such an excess amount of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, specifically the Shane Dawson collection, because they are selling this to Nordstrom's rack and they're selling it for a heavily discounted price, and this has me tripped out. And then also too, I just want to say, don't you guys find it a little bit strange that it specifically says Morphe when we all know that this is Jeffree Star Cosmetics times Shane Dawson? It really has nothing to do with Morphe, other than this probably came from Morphe's warehouse, meaning that they probably purchased this from Jeffree Star Cosmetics and they can't get it off of their hands, so then they obviously sold it to a third-party retailer. This to me has me so tripped out because look at this mirror specifically, okay, y'all. Everyone was going crazy over this mirror. I myself wanted this mirror straight up. This one to me was so cute. The Black Pig mirror. It is $11.97. I'm like, y'all, from originally $30, that's like such a big discounted price. Everybody wanted the gloss. Y'all, do you guys remember during this whole series, like, how hard it was to get this palette? I literally struggled. It took me like, I want to say like 3 hours, honestly, and I'm not even being dramatic, to purchase that palette because the site kept on crashing. This was such a big deal, and then to see these prices just so heavily discounted right here has me so tripped out. But then also, there is some of regular Jeffree Star Cosmetics on there, not with Shane Dawson, like the setting powder right here for $14.47. So that says that it's 34% off. There is also a Jeffree Star gloss on there. There's Jeffree Star concealers on there, and then the palette, y'all, which I literally was looking over here. I'm like, oh, this palette cost me like $52. It says right here, and they have it for sale for $29.97. So you guys know I was covering the whole Morphe dropping Jeffree Star situation, and I know that a lot of people were like, oh my god, you need to drop them right away. And I literally have said time and time again, when a company has so much, you know, inventory, they obviously have to push it. If they just like burned it or gave it away, then they're gonna take such a huge company loss. This is how you know that they're really struggling to get rid of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Like, look, they even have the mini controversy palette on here for $14.47, which is 48% off. So this is just crazy to me to see that these are all being sold for such a low price, you know. And I just do, okay, let me just throw this out there. I'm really curious to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Do you guys feel Jeffree Star had some type of say-so in the header of this? Because the fact that every single product says Morphe, do you guys remember that when the conspiracy palette was being shown up in like a TK Maxx, which is like the UK version of TJ Maxx, Jeffree Star like went on a little bit of a rant where he's like, okay, other parties that I used to like sell to, or other retailers I used to sell to, obviously they turn around and they sell it, and you know, that's on them. But Jeffree Star Cosmetics is not being sold by me in these retailers. And I'm like, okay, all of a sudden now Nordstrom's rack is selling his products and it says Morphe. Like, if you look at this product right here, it literally just says Morphe, and then it says times Jeffree Star. And we all know that it wasn't a Morphe times Jeffree Star collaboration. They were just the #1 people to buy like a huge amount from him of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics times Shane Dawson collection. So that's why I'm like, why does it say Morphe? You know what I mean? Obviously, I know that it probably did come from Morphe because they're trying to get rid of it. But yeah, that is it for that Jeffree Star Cosmetics being sold at Nordstrom's rack. That to me is such a trip. I am so tempted. I'm just being honest with y'all. Go ahead and judge me all you want, but I am so tempted to purchase that pig mirror because $11.97 for that mirror. Like, y'all know I say, shout out to Renal Smith. She has sent me multiple of his mirrors, and I use them. I love them. I have dropped them many times, and they're like really sturdy but lightweight too in your hand. I really love his mirror, so I am low key, high key, honestly, really tempted to purchase that pig mirror because it's only $11.97. Like, that is so cheap to me. I'm so tripped out by that. Anyways, y'all, that is it for today's video. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel. I am so excited for that channel. Like, I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of stuff on there, and I don't know, y'all, I'm just really excited to start something new and be a little bit more personable and, like, you know, a little bit more open about my life. Like, I've just feel like I've been so filtered on this channel that I'm like, let me open up on this second channel, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.